Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. It's time for Angels, Lenna, Galuf, and Faris to start exploring the outside world here. They gotta head up to the werewolf village of Kelb, and then go beyond that village to the mountain where the hiryuu plant grows. So, got a few new enemies you want to run into here. So we got the Ridicule back there. He's ridiculous. And the Aquathorn. Both of these are guys weak to lightning, so we can use a lightning spell to take care of them, but we can just charm them too, so. And most of the enemies around here are going to be weak to the charm spell, so. I get a lot of use out of that sing command. And Faris is almost done with the Bard. We're going to get a really good song in Kelb. The Requiem song. It's very, very powerful, but it only works on undead. So it's kind of like the harm spell from Final Fantasy 1. But it's going to be really good because there's a lot of undead monsters coming up in the mountain area. And there's also going to be a dungeon much later on in the game where the only enemies are undead. So we're going to walk around here a little bit longer, get a few more enemies here. Here we go. The Kanago frog there. You can do a mini quest in Kelb if you have a tamer. This guy, usually what the tamer does is the tamer can catch monsters if they're down to 1/8 or below their max health. Well, this guy in Kelb will give you a quest to say, if you catch a frog for me and give me 10,000 gold, I'll give you this relic, the Kanaga jar. And what that does is, if you equip that on your tamer, they only have to reduce the health down to 50% to capture. So it makes capturing so much easier. Rather than an 1/8 health or below, it's 50%. Which is really good for, especially for these like Kanago enemies, because they're pretty tough to catch, because they will flee. They often flee quickly from the battle, so when you're trying to lower them down to the right health, they'll run away before you can grab them. So, and only a tamer or someone with the catch ability, which is learned through the tamers, can use that ability. So, you might be waiting a lot. Woohoo! See some of the good advantages of that charm song now is that we can sometimes the enemy is going to cast beneficial spells on us. So we should be able to go to the Valley of hiryuu, to the northern gate. All the shops here and everything is closed, except for one building. That's Kelgar's building, and we'll go to that, but let's go check the gate first. We're going to have to use the charm song and come back here later on, not to the village, but to the mountain, because there's an optional type boss, and when you defeat it, it casts Earthquake spell, like the Titan did, but it's much, much stronger. So we need to have float. Well, there's an enemy in the next area, the mountain area, where the hiryuu plant is, that when charmed can cast float on your party, so we'll have to come back here later, but for now, let's just see what's going on here. So, yeah, it was Kelgar, the leader of the werewolf village, and one of the 4 warriors of Dawn. The warriors that fought against Exdeath 30 years ago. Who are these people? They are warriors from the world where we sealed Exdeath. Exdeath's minions? Now this is dumb. Like, I don't understand why he would think that, you know. Or he won't listen to Galuf. Galuf should listen to just say, like, hey, you know, these if they're Exdeath's minions, why aren't I hanging out with them? But I don't know. I guess well, they gotta establish something here. They establish Angel's lineage real quick here. And I guess they have to kind of have Kelgar get put on the back seat. So he'll still aid the party, but can't have him being like kind of an active participant in our adventure. So this is going to put him on the shelf. We'll precisely put him in bed. So he's using his famous lupine attack. And for some reason, Angels knows the weakness to this. Maybe Angels knew somebody who knew Kelgar and was taught his technique. Dunk. There we go. Angels, you! Pushed him back. Well, he had to defend himself. Alrighty. So now Kelgar's going to be spending the rest of the game in his bed here. Well, most of the game in the bed. Kelgar, your old body can't take that much. You evaded my lupine attack. You're pretty good. It's a technique I learned from my father. What? What's your father's name? Dorgan. And that mention of that name causes Galuf and Kelgar to go crazy. Oh, what's wrong, both of you? The son of Dorgan. You know my father? Yes, we know him. Dorgan, along with Kelgar, Ziza, and myself, fought together in the battle against Exdeath 30 years ago. He's one of the 4 Warriors of Dawn. The only one we haven't seen then is that Zizat then. So my father was a person from this world? Yes. We traveled to your world chasing Exdeath 30 years ago. We're going to see the creation of those rocks that were showing how many crystals are still active. Is he invulnerable? The battle has no end. We have to seal him here. We have no choice, do we? Here? Are you suggesting we should steal a terrible evil from our own world and someone else's? I really can't agree to that. Have we a choice? He's rejuvenating. Darn it. He is getting up. So, but before he can get up, they decide to seal him in there, despite Dorgan's protests. Dorgan, to use the power of the crystals they have gathered, you must join our spirit. Dorgan. And he reluctantly agrees with the plan, but his reluctance shows in that he decides to stay back in this world. I guess kind of like as a guardian. So here's those 4 crystal rock swords that showed how many crystals are around, where the Exdeath seal was. And now we know all about Angel's father. So I don't know if Dorgan's royalty or not in this world. It's never really said. We learned that Ziza is royalty. He's a king. Galuf's a king. And to an extent, I guess Kelgar could be like king. He's like the tribal chief, the leader of the werewolves here. So you'd assume that Dorgan probably had some, maybe some royalty or status in the old world. But it doesn't transfer over to the new world that he stays in here. So that means Angels is only non-royal party member. Because Faris and Lenna are princes of Tycoon, and Galuf's a king of Bal. In order to watch over the seal and Exdeath, Dorgan decided to stay in your world. I see. By the way, how is Dorgan? 3 years ago he fell ill. I see, son of Dorgan, I'll do anything that would be of help. I'll have the townspeople open the gate. Alright. We're going to go talk with those townspeople, because talking with those townspeople is how we're going to get that really good song. So, no pianos to play here. So Kelgar says he wishes he could be fighting with us, and, well, Angel's attack there is what's going to keep him from doing that, so. Although it would be nice to have a 5th party member. Kelgar has fallen ill, and he overworked himself so much. Let's head on out now. A bunch of werewolves are running around. We were attacked by Exdeath. There aren't many left in this village who can fight. You're going to the valley of the hiryuu? That place is full of monsters. No one who goes into the valley of the hiryuu comes back out. Now the inn has the item shops. There's also something really interesting about this inn. In the back there is there's a cook, and he can give you he'll give you 8 potions, and he'll give you a meal, which basically functions as an inn, but you can only do it 3 times. So we're not going to do it now, because we don't really need to stay in an inn now, and we have max potions anyway. So there's better times to use this. So we'll be definitely taking advantage of it. Have a seat over there, and I'll give you a taste of Kelb's village specialty. So yeah, you just sit on this chair on the left there, and he'll give you dinner. You eat the dinner, and then here's like dessert. It's like 8 potions. I see Fang, and Fang was apparently the werewolf who died in the explosion in the fire crystal in Carnet Castle. The later translations make that clear. So there's that guy who says like, hey, I want a frog. So like I said, if you have a Beastmaster, like I did in my first Final Fantasy job Fiesta, Final Fantasy V job Fiesta, you can go get that, catch that Konaga frog and get that Konaga jar. So you can go look at my old playthroughs if you want to do that. Got those bunch of ninja throwing items. And no new weapons that we really need. So we got that really good EP sword for angels, and we're gonna get another sword, a new sword for a samurai in the next dungeon. The reason for Hero's Extinction is still unknown. Although we're not really gonna use that sword because the dancing dagger is pretty good. So I'm gonna talk with these 3 werewolves. And one of them will tell us this song. We learned their Requiem song, so it puts it does damage to undead, and it'll be really helpful in one of the battles coming up, an optional battle in the mountain coming up here. So, because you have to rescue somebody, and you don't want to accidentally target the person you're trying to rescue. All right, just check out my stats there, seeing how close I am to mastering Bard. Yeah, Bard's a real quick job to master. Only 150 job points. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to characters are gonna be, at some point gonna be stuck in that Bard job, not getting any AP. Yeah, that thing is going really slow too. The red mage is taking a while to master. So we saw this enemy before, but I didn't put the stats up because it was quickly turned into a frog when we charmed the Konaga, the frog. It cast Frog Song and turned the Weresnake into a frog. So I just want to get this last enemy before we head into the next dungeon there. Like I said, not too bad. All the angels all reach to the charm song, so very, very powerful. Let's take Entangle with Buddy. But Entangle's just like a paralysis. Tempting Tango does the same thing as the charm spell. So you can use that to finish get that float ability that we want on our characters later on before we fight that kind of optional boss. He's not really a boss because you can fight him multiple times, but he's only in one cave, so we'll wait to fight him much later in the game when we actually get some more levels on us and stuff, so job abilities. So, but come back next episode where we head into the mountain. Take care. Bye.